So this is an updated video on why I will not get married until I'm 28. It has been officially 1 whole year since I made that video. So today is June 3rd of 2020 and I made that video in June 3rd, 2019. So it is just a coincidence that we actually fall on that day. That is the year anniversary from that video. And I am actually wearing the same shirt that I wore in the other video, and that is kind of a coincidence as well. I actually just picked up this shirt and I was about to put it on, and I saw that I was actually wearing that same shirt in the other video. So I was like, well, now I have to wear this shirt because just so many coincidences. So at the time of the video, I was actually with a girl who I truly thought I was going to spend the rest of my life with. And the reason I said no to marriage was solely because of financial reasons. You know, that's a big financial thing to do, especially if you get divorced, you know, later on. I know that for a fact, it's not very good for a guy to get divorced because you know, just the ways the laws are these days, it does favor the woman a lot more than it does the guy, and that kind of sucks. And I've always had that mindset that it just wasn't a very smart decision to get married at a young age because the odds are not in my favor, clearly. Not only that, it's just you don't have a lot of real world experiences to be making huge decisions like that. In this video, I make a reference to my old high school classmates starting to settle down. They're still together as far as I know. Any of the roommates that are gotten married, or the roommates, all the classmates that have gotten married, they're still with their spouse a year later. But that's not the point. Like, there's nothing wrong with that at all. But for me personally, especially what has happened in my relationship, I wouldn't be able to do anything like that at this age. Especially since I would have to get to know the girl. Obviously, I'm not going to get married anytime soon. I would need to date the girl for a good while before I made a huge jump. Because in that video, I don't think I said it. I said it in the comments because one of my friends commented that he's never going to get married, which is good because it's not a really good idea to get married the way the laws are. It's just something I'm going to do, and I don't really care about repercussions because I am willing to take that leap that the marriage will last. I said in the comments that I wanted to at least get married just once, and that's all. Like, if I get married once and it doesn't work out, well, then I'm not going to get married again. I did meet a couple yesterday on a listing appointment, that other agent that I work with, what we went on. And they've been married for 43 years. And so they were married at age 25 and they've been married ever since, which is totally cool. I mean, that's awesome. And when I say about my classmates, it's not like I want them to get divorced. It's not like I want to see them go through that process. It's just I see the reality, and I see that the odds are not in their favor. They're not in my favor, as I said before, and that's clear. Now let's go on to how I thought I was with the one and how much of a huge mistake that would have been if I got married to her. It's so hard to say this stuff without bashing her. So obviously, if we couldn't get through these times, which these times are gonna be one of the worst of my life. Like, these times are definitely gonna be the worst times of my life. And if we couldn't get through that, well then, I know marriage and relationships, there's lots of stuff that goes into it. And if we can't go through this, well, I don't think we could get through that. That was my thinking though, back a year ago when I was with her, is like, because I was like, if we could get through all this together, marriage is going to be cake. And I totally believe that to this day. Like, if we would have made it past this part, no question I would have married her, and no question would I have thought that we would last forever. Because like I just said, this time will be way worse than any marriage or stuff because this time is going to be the worst time of my life. But it is what it is. It happened. It's over, and it's nothing we can do about it. I've been watching a lot of stuff lately. It's kind of sad and it's kind of disheartening, because the stuff that I watch is a bunch of guys who have gotten burnt like I have, and it's them saying you shouldn't even date a girl. Like, that's literally what they say. Well, not just date, but you shouldn't really ever live with a girl. You shouldn't ever have a kid with a girl. You shouldn't ever. And what they're saying makes sense. That's why it's so heartbreaking, because what they say is true to me. And it's like, how can I give up on love if that's what I'm working for? You know, obviously I'm working for bigger and better things. Love was definitely not the only thing I needed in life. I mean, I had that, and I still needed to be a better version of myself. But I still want to be with someone else. And I totally agree with what they are saying, but I'm also aware that I've seen couples make it. I've seen people last for a very long time, you know, even till death. Just for example, when I met that couple they've been married for 43 years, that gave me a little more hope and made me excited for the future. I've said this in a video, but something just excites me about, like, what is she doing? What does she look like? I'm talking about my future wife. Like, what is she doing right now? What does she look like? Do I even know who she is? Does she even live where I live? I don't know. All those questions excite me because it's just a mystery, and it's just, I don't know. That's just brings a smile to my face. Anyway, to conclude this video, it's basically I need to focus on myself, and I need to focus on making money, my career, my investments that I need to start doing. And getting in a relationship is definitely not something I need to do right now. And so that's why that number is going up, because I need to know my girl for at least 2 years before I even make that decision to marry someone. So I'm 24 right now. Not looking for a relationship, definitely not this year or next year. So maybe when I'm 26, I'll start looking, maybe 27. But by that time, it'll be 29 before I even consider getting married. So that number has jumped. It's jumped from 28 to 29, maybe even 30. But we'll see. We'll just keep it rolling. We'll see how it goes. But I just wanted an update on my thoughts on that and how much things can change in 1 year, because it's already been a year and a lot has changed since then. Yeah, and we'll see where I'm at next year. Anyway, that's it. That's all I wanted to get out there. I hope I didn't leave anything out. But anyway, thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next video.